My name is Melody Worthington. I am with the Tobacco Farm Life Museum located in Kinley, North Carolina. We are entering our 37th year, and our mission is to preserve and present the history and heritage of the rural Eastern North Carolina farm family. We work very closely with our farming community as they are one of our biggest sponsoring groups for the museum, and they are the community that helped build us and bring us to where we are. The staff and I had been discussing ways that we can keep connected with everybody during this time, and so we want to explore some of the newspaper articles that have been published in Kinley News and the Wilson Daily Times and some of the other newspapers around. There is a book, Reflections by Mr. Bob Boyette, and what happened is Mr. Bob Boyette found the Kinley Commissioners' journals in a personal home, and so he ended up writing articles for the Kinley News. And so we're going to take excerpts of these and just kind of find some of the ones that are just really interesting with fun facts and things. So thinking of our first responders who are working at the front lines today, we're going to talk about really firefighters and just briefly about Kinley buying its first fire truck. But we do encourage you, please write comments, please tell us stories, please, if you have a good newspaper article that you would like us to share, we would love to learn more about that. So please join in as we get started in these programs, and we hope you'll continue to follow us as we do this weekly, every Friday at 2. So, like I said, we're going to talk about the Town of Kinley commissioners' meetings. We have their notes, and articles have been published in the Kinley News. And this one's kind of two parts. This one was December 23rd, 1981 was when it was published, and it says, a fire engine was purchased from the Howe Engine Company on April 28th, 1911, at a call meeting. At their regular session on April 4th, 1911, the commissioners listened to a representative of the Knott Fire Engine Company. According to minutes of the meeting, he showed the importance of and advantages of his engine in the case of fires, and his position was heard and deferred for further consideration. And then in an article that was written on November 11th, 1981, according to the minutes, Mr. Bailey made a motion at the same meeting, and the board agreed to buy an engine from the Howe Engine Company at $650, less 10% for cash, and pay the freight of $37.09, provided the said company furnish 30 feet of 4-inch new rubber suction pipe in the place of one already attached. The board also required necessary fixtures to attach the machine to the town well. The town withheld $50 until the suction hose attached had been returned and evidently replaced. So we learn in about 2 years, the town starts seeking new locations to establish wells so that they can attach the hoses for the fire truck. But one of the most popular discussion points from visitors who come through the museum are the tobacco barns. Unique piece of architecture that we see here in Eastern North Carolina because of the product and the curing of the tobacco leaf. So what comes up, though, is that occasionally you'd see one of those barns catch on fire. And what was so devastating about that is that if the barn caught on fire, that was the crop for the year. So the farmer's toils and work from May to August, if that barn caught on fire, was just devastating. But not only that, people were heating their houses with wood-burning stoves and cooking on wood-burning stoves. In Kinley, they don't see the oil lamps for the town are discussed in 1913. And then electricity really doesn't come in the area until about 1920, 1930. which for a rural community is a little rare. Of course, a lot of those rural communities popped up along the railroad tracks, which is not uncommon for Kenly. That's where we came from, and is in fact named after one of the railroad superintendents or maintenance people. So we'll talk about that a little bit further as we go along. But so our first responders are important, taking care of those emergencies, catching from those barns catching on fire, fields catching on fire, homes, businesses, all of that very important. And we'll explore several other topics as we go along. Outhouses in town, sanitation, just lots of animals, and lots of fun things. So if you have additions, articles, things that you would like us to discuss, please send them our way. My email is director@tobaccofarmlifemuseum.org. We would love to see those. Also, we are posting our coloring books, on our website and on our social media posts, and doing lots of fun things through social media. So please stay involved with us, keep in touch. We want to hear from you. If you have something to add to the story, please let us know. Thank you so much. Have a great day.